Hold on. Now I'm wrapped up and totally not Mitch's. Reviews for movies have always named an actor in parentheses after naming a character. Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver. Now that most AAA video games are being produced with fully voiced dialogue and some with motion capture in a studio rather than manually animating a 3D model, I think it's time we started naming actors in written reviews for games as well. What do you think? Mitch, this is a very interesting topic considering we had just done the LA Noire playthrough. The LA Noire playthrough, LA Noire has tons of celebrities. I think I don't know that we should be naming actors, but I do think that it might be a cool selling point for certain games to start hiring actors to do this. My biggest problem with that is that now you're giving these mocap and voiceover roles to people who already have careers. Use new people and give those people the credit. I don't like the fact that they're going to use that star power to sell the game. And in reality, what you should be doing is using the story. You know, no one likes when they go to a movie and the story was stupid and the action was ridiculous, and they realize that they only went to see it because there was a famous person A in there. And I worry that could happen with video games. I do think that that the people deserve more credit. I like the idea of when you introduce a character, you show you show the character's name and you show the actor that played them. Whether or not it needs to be in reviews, I don't think so. But in the game, absolutely. I've never seen a movie, etc., for an actor. Basically, never. I have gone to see a few movies that have certain people in them just because their reputation for being in a movie. Tom Hanks is one that a lot of people do it with. They will go and see a movie, assuming the movie looks anything kind of up their alley. But they'll go see a Tom Hanks movie because even if the movie is just kind of okay, they know they'll get a good performance out of the actor. I have Nicolas Cage specifically. I have for Nicolas Cage specifically his Insanity. That's another reason to go, I think, for an actor. If you see Nicolas Cage is in a movie, you kind of know what movie you're going to get. You don't go and see a Nicolas Cage movie and expect a romantic comedy drama. You know, he has done them, but you normally expect to see National Treasure 16. And that's fine. I think that's okay. You know, there are people like Johnny Depp. I think Johnny Depp's a phenomenal actor. You never know what you're going to get when you see that he's in a movie. He may be a character. He may be a dressed up character. He may be a normal looking person. But I have never seen a Johnny Depp movie where he is bad in the movie. I have seen some bad Johnny Depp movies, but I like him as an actor, and I always think that he's interesting. What was the movie? It was like the book one. The Secret? No, that was a Secret Garden. Oh my God, I can't remember the name of the movie. He's chasing like the book that was written by the devil, but it turns out there's three of them. Well, I don't know why I can't think of the name of this movie. The movie itself was kind of I loved him in the movie. I will always see a Keanu Reeves movie as he is an actor I will always support. I will see a Keanu Reeves movie because I have seen Keanu Reeves dramas. I have seen action movies. I have seen romantic movies with him. Sweet November was an amazing movie with Keanu Reeves. He seems like he picks good projects and then he's good in the movies. So I will see a movie if you say, oh, it's a Keanu Reeves movie. Oh yeah, for the life of me, I can't think of that. Someone told me an actor shouldn't be credited because their designers and writers do more for the game. Not if the game, not if it's voice, not if it's motion captured. If it's motion captured, then no. If voice acting is going to be the standard, it needs to be done well. I have a problem. That's a totally missed. That's a whole nother discussion where I think voice actors need to start getting more recognition. I think that more people should know some of these names right off the top of their heads. There are a few that we know because of very specific things. You know, we know like Robert Belgrade from Alucard, and you know, I be honest, I'm not totally up to it with, you know, I know of Charles Martinet as Mario, but then you have these people like Cree Summer who their voices are all over the place. Tara Strong, their voices are all over the place. But only the people who very specifically follow that have ever even heard those names. You may, you know, put a goofy name behind any one of those voices in any Pixar movie, and that movie's going to be worse really fast. It's still driving me crazy that I don't know the name of that Johnny Depp movie. I don't know. The Ninth Gate. The Ninth Gate was the name of the movie. Okay. It was bothering the hell out of me that I didn't know the name of that. It's true, as a guy who works in the movies, a lot of people come and see a movie just for the famous person. And it's not, and it's, when you go and see a movie for a famous person, it's not like, oh my God, he's so handsome, she's so gorgeous, I'll watch anything with them. Normally it's a quality thing. It becomes a situation where you go and see a Tom Cruise movie because you're expecting a semi-decent action movie. Even if the plot is stupid, you're at least going to see some cool action sequences. I loved the Tom Cruise sci-fi movies, Oblivion, Edge of Tomorrow. I love those movies. I thought that they were fantastic movies. So when you say Minority Report, when you say Tom Cruise in a sci-fi action movie, I would probably go and see it just because I have seen him in those movies before. So I know that combination works, or it works for me anyway. The Ninth Gate was a great movie. Yeah, if you're watching just for looks, just watch porn. Sean Shamel, Charles Martinet, Tara Strong, Chris Sabat have all made our childhood. Yeah, and Rye, and nobody knows those names. One of my favorite gags is when people say who's the best Batman. I always say it's Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy is the best Batman. Kevin Conroy is the Batman that when you tell me he's not the Batman, I kind of have a hard time. Did you like War of the... I thought War of the Worlds was great. I thought War of the Worlds wasn't what you thought it was going to be. I think War of the Worlds is not a sci-fi action movie. I think that was the problem with that movie that people didn't like. That movie was, War of the Worlds was less about action and more about like the family drama that they were going through while they were trying to escape the aliens. Because notice, the storyline was not action. It was actiony in the sense that they were trying to get away, but they didn't actually do anything to defeat the aliens in that movie. It just sort of happened. So the real story, the star of the story was the relationship drama in the family that they were dealing with. But I did like that movie. If you've ever seen the second one, it's god awful. It is a fantastic sci-fi channel movie. Oh my God, it's terrible. Edge of Tomorrow was pretty great. Tom Cruise. I loved Edge of Tomorrow. I'm such a big fan of that movie, Edge of Tomorrow. There's a cosplay I would love to do. One of the exosuits that he was wearing. Oh my God. Sean is Goku. Chris is Vegeta. Charles is Mario, and Tara. Tara is Timmy Turner. Tara did a couple voices for My Little Pony. Tara's voice is in a lot of places. Cree Summer is another one that her voice is very well known. I I did not know until maybe 10 years ago that Mark Hamill was the Joker. Did not know. Didn't realize that he was Uncle Phil. Oh my God, I can't remember his name. He was Uncle Phil on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Did not realize that he was the Shredder from the Ninja Turtles. Tara is also Batgirl and Raven from Teen Titans. James Avery, thank you. Yeah, it was maybe a couple of years before he died that I realized, oh my God, he is the Shredder. I think I was watching clips of the old show and I was like, oh, wait a minute. No, I was watching stuff about Fresh Prince and there was something with him, and I think they asked him to do the Shredder voice and he did it. Watching Mark Hamill have a conversation between Luke Skywalker and Joker is amazing. I will forever think that my favorite Mark Hamill thing that he's ever done is the scene where the Trickster and the Joker and I forget who else kidnaps Mark Hamill, but then like every voice is Mark Hamill. For me, that's going to be the greatest thing he's ever done next to Star Wars. About Dragon Ball Evolution. I mean, Dragon Ball and name only. No, it wasn't just the name only. It was Dragon Ball. It was just awful. Phil Lamar is another one who has fun. Yeah, and all of these people don't have the recognition outside of the geek community. They don't have Keith. I think people know Keith David, but again, people know Keith David because he has been in movies as like you've seen him. He doesn't just do voice stuff. But yeah, I think that as far as naming the actors in games, I don't think that's nearly as important as naming the voice actors. I think that that's much more valuable. And to be completely honest, if you're going to be hiring motion capture people to do characters in video games, why aren't you just using the voice actors? I mean, there's probably some high-intensity scenes that you're not going to get the voice actors to want to do. Like, they probably like the fact that they don't have to do all of that stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and guess that a lot of them would actually like to be given the shot to do some of those stunts and to do some of those fun things with motion capture. I would love to try and do motion capture. I know Keith David because of The Thing. I know Keith David because of They Live and The Arbiter. I mean, I know of him in a lot of other things, but Mark had a funny tweet. Only show I've done where I slept with the entire cast regarding the Mark Hamill episode. See, I love that. People have the gall to say they aren't. Yeah, that's why I think that they should be. So Mitch, I hope that answers your question. That was kind of all over the place. Kind of annoys me that people don't talk about Kids Next Door. Right, that's what it is. Wasn't it like Operation Kids Next Door? The voice of Farrah in Overwatch. Yeah, it's. I think that they deserve some more. Hearing Gravemind, Gravemind Halo 2, people saying they aren't real acting. Yeah, no way. Sorry. So then I have the same. I say the same thing all the time. Then you do it. Then let me hear you do it. You can't. If you can't do it exactly that way and make it sound as chilling, sorry, you admit that they have a skill that you don't. Uncharted made me appreciate the craft of voice acting. Metal Gear Solid made me appreciate stories in video games because the voice acting was superb. Yeah, if you could have the most amazing story in a game or a movie, and if you give them a goofy voice, it's not going to work. Excuse me. Yeah, Operation Kids Next Door, and then it became Kids Next Door. Okay. Codename Kid Next Door. There we go. I knew there was another word before KND.